Modern clinical therapies like spinal decompression, precise chiropractic alignments, and neurofeedback are advanced interventions designed to reshape physical and neurological function. These modalities apply targeted force and signaling to push the body towards its optimal structural and neurological state. However, forcing the body to adapt to these realignments requires an immense, continuous draw on cellular energy reserves. Generating physical momentum from the outside is only effective if the body has the internal capacity to accept and maintain those changes. Even high-level therapies eventually hit a ceiling. Progress slows because the internal environment is burdened by biological friction. This friction is toxic oxidative stress, highly destructive radicals, combined with chronic inflammation that restricts cellular movement. Zooming into a nerve cell, this inflammatory barrier blocks energy transfer. This delay slows tissue repair, increases mental fatigue, and keeps compressed nerves irritated. To break through this biological ceiling, the body doesn't need more physical force. It needs a clean, efficient internal climate. This visualization shows clinical-grade molecular hydrogen passing through a biological membrane. Delivered via inhalation, these microscopic spheres flood the system to clear cellular resistance. This therapy is non-invasive and is not designed to mask pain symptoms. It works as a selective, ultra-bioavailable signal that bypasses typical biological barriers to reach tissues throughout the body instantly. By acting as a physiological force multiplier, hydrogen removes internal resistance, so the body's natural repair mechanisms can function without interference. We can track this biological upgrade through 4 mechanistic pillars, starting with vascular expansion. Hydrogen enhances blood flow via nitric oxide pathways. Expanding microvessels rush nutrient-rich blood to starved tissues like stressed foot fascia. Pulling back reveals the second pillar, cellular suppression. Surrounding tissue calms as the NF-kappa B pathway, the central driver of chronic inflammation, is turned off. Shutting down this inflammatory signaling cools the systemic environment, allowing chronically irritated pelvic muscles and joints to finally exit a state of constant agitation. By increasing vascular flow and halting chronic inflammation, the body establishes the foundational environment required for tissue repair. The third pillar is genetic optimization, where hydrogen neutralizes cytotoxic threats at the genetic level. Hydrogen activates the NRF2 pathway, the master regulator of antioxidant genes, creating a protective shield for nerves and brain tissue against oxidative damage. The fourth pillar is mitochondrial efficiency. By stabilizing cellular membranes, hydrogen increases the output of ATP, the cell's primary energy unit. This energy counters chronic fatigue, improves metabolic fat oxidation, and supports neuroplasticity for brain training. With genetic protection and improved energy production, the cellular engine is equipped to sustain the structural changes made during clinical treatment. Because hydrogen operates at the foundational cellular level, it creates a multiplier effect across every clinical niche in a practice. Chiropractic adjustments hold for longer periods because post-adjustment inflammation is significantly reduced. In shockwave therapy, the increased circulation and ATP production lead to faster collagen repair with no downtime for the patient. For those in neuro-reeducation, sharp pain signals quiet down faster because the nerve fibers are operating in a protected, non-inflamed environment. These outcomes are the result of syncing external physical modalities with an optimized internal biological state. This synchronized mechanism represents the goal of the protocol, the physical architecture of the treatment, and the biological engine of the cells working in unison. Integrating molecular hydrogen reduces the biological friction that typically limits the success of structural enhancements. True healing requires a compatible internal climate, making hydrogen the essential fuel that accelerates every aspect of a clinical program.